Mystery of the Nazca Lines, History, Purpose, and Theories. The Nazca Lines are a series of geoglyphs that are located in the Nazca Desert of southern Peru. These geoglyphs are ancient and have been a mystery to people for hundreds of years. The lines and shapes were created by the Nazca people between 500 BC and 500 AD. These lines have survived for centuries and continue to fascinate people from all over the world. In this video, we are going to explore the Nazca Lines in detail, including their history, purpose, and some of the most popular theories about their creation. The history of the Nazca people. The Nazca people were a pre-Columbian civilization that lived in the southern region of Peru. They were a complex society that built complex structures, farmed, and created art. The Nazca civilization is believed to have flourished between 100 BC and 700 AD. The Nazca people were skilled in agriculture, metallurgy, and weaving. They built irrigation canals that allowed them to grow crops in a desert region, and they also created an extensive road system that connected different parts of their civilization. Discovery of the Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines were first discovered by European explorers in the late 16th century. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that the lines were fully explored and documented. In 1927, a Peruvian archaeologist named Toribio Mejías began studying the lines. He was fascinated by the intricate designs and wanted to learn more about their purpose. In the 1940s, a team of German archaeologists also studied the Nazca Lines. They used aerial photography to document the lines and discovered that they were much larger and more complex than they had originally thought. Purpose of the Nazca Lines. There are many theories about the purpose of the Nazca Lines. Some people believe that they were used for astronomical purposes, while others think that they were used for religious ceremonies. One popular theory is that the lines were used for water rituals. The Nazca people lived in the desert region and relied on underground water sources. The lines may have been used to mark the location of these sources and to ensure that they were properly maintained. The Nazca Lines shapes. The Nazca Lines consist of a series of shapes and designs. Some of the most famous shapes include the hummingbird, the spider, and the monkey. There are also several geometric shapes, such as triangles and trapezoids. The lines are made up of shallow trenches that were dug into the ground. The trenches range in depth from a few centimeters to over a meter. The lines were created by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the surface of the Nazca Desert. Preservation of the Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines are a fragile and delicate part of Peru's cultural heritage. The lines are vulnerable to damage from natural elements, such as wind and rain, as well as from human activity. In recent years, the Peruvian government has taken steps to preserve the Nazca Lines. The lines have been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and visitors are only allowed to view them from observation towers or from planes flying overhead. The Peruvian government has also established a special police force to patrol the area and prevent damage to the lines. Theories about the creation of the Nazca Lines. There are many theories about the creation of the Nazca Lines. Some people believe that they were created by extraterrestrial beings, while others think that they were created by an advanced civilization that existed before the Nazca people. Some people think that the Nazca Lines were created using advanced surveying techniques, while others believe that they were created using simple tools and methods. One popular theory is that the Nazca people used simple tools and methods to create the lines. They may have used ropes and stakes to create the shapes, and then removed the top layer of soil to expose the lighter-colored soil beneath. Another theory is that the Nazca people used hot air balloons to create the lines. They may have used the balloons to get a bird's-eye view of the shapes and designs, and then created the lines on the ground based on what they saw from above. Another theory is that the Nazca Lines were created for religious or ceremonial purposes. Some people believe that the lines were used as a way to communicate with the gods. The shapes and designs may have represented different gods or spiritual concepts. Others think that the lines were used for astronomical purposes, such as tracking the movement of the stars and planets. Controversies and criticisms. Despite their cultural and historical significance, the Nazca Lines have been the subject of controversy and criticism. Some people have criticized the Peruvian government for allowing tourists to view the lines from observation towers and planes. They argue that this type of tourism can cause damage to the lines and can be disrespectful to the Nazca people and their culture. Others have criticized the government's efforts to protect the lines, arguing that they have not gone far enough. They argue that the lines are still at risk of damage from natural elements and human activity, and that more needs to be done to ensure their preservation. The Nazca Lines are a fascinating and mysterious part of Peru's cultural heritage. Despite the many theories and controversies surrounding their creation and purpose, they continue to capture the imagination of people from all over the world. As we continue to learn more about the Nazca people and their civilization, we may uncover new insights into the meaning and significance of these ancient geoglyphs.